Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Flashpoint DLC for BattleTech. And we're moving on to a new destination, so let's continue. I have our financial report here very soon.
I've got the financial report.
Okay, so as far as this goes, morale's doing pretty good. We have a decent amount of money too, so we could probably continue to pay for the morale. I mean, obviously once I get full, I won't need to do this anymore, but I figure why not go a little bit further. Alright, so we've got 2.5 million. That's plenty, but we can't take things too lightly, as we do have upgrades going to be coming out fairly soon as well. Let's go ahead and advance to that time. Unfortunately, we're going to arrive at our destination before some things are going to happen. We're not going to have all of our mechs available. We're not going to have all of our pilots available. I may be willing to wait a couple days, though. It depends.
That work order's complete, boss. Top
All right.
work, if I may say so.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our upgrades. So, one that's going to be a kind of a high priority for me is the med bay. We've had a lot of issues with pilots being injured and being out for extended periods of time. It'd be nice for them not to be out for that long. Granted, this is extremely expensive, so that is a concern. Another thing that we could get is we could get advanced training modules, and honestly, I think this is probably the thing that is the highest priority, as we could use some more experience in our backup pilots. So let's go ahead and purchase this.
All right, I'll get the team on it right away.
And it's at least affordable. I may look into hiring more pilots, as now that we have the beta pod, we can fit them in, so that's nice. Alright, well, that's what I'm going to go with. And let's continue until we arrive at the destination. Okay, I am not going to enter into the contract just yet, because I would like to at least take a look at what's going on. So, at the moment, we're 2 days away from getting the Thunderbolt. We're 4 days away from getting Truck, which is the last of our pilots. And then we have a couple other mechs that are going to be coming as well. I say a lot of mechs coming. Let's take a look real quick at our mech warrior situation. The Truck is out. That's normally one of my top pilots. So in this case, we'd be running with probably Mothman as the backup. Fortunately, Mothman is just shy of being able to get the ability I've been looking for her to get. So we're going to hold off on that. As far as my pilot goes, from what I've been seeing, tactics skill seems to be fairly valuable. There is an advantage to going for more guts, but you know what? Let's continue to take tactics, as there is an advantage to that.
Training complete.
Okay, Revere is not going to be used. It's going to be Scarecrow more than likely, because I don't think we have the Shadowhawk back. I think that was one of the ones we were waiting on. Let's double check what mechs we have available at this point. Okay, so what we have available is... Okay, so the one Shadowhawk is available, so the Griffin would be our scout if we wanted to use it for that. And in that case, we would use Revere. And then our other mech, or mechs, would be the Trebuchet. And I'm guessing the Vindicator. So it would be all medium mech. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is use the Firestarter as a scout. Then use these two guys and the Trebuchet. So it would be more about close-in firepower. But we'd have a heavier weight. Although, no, that's actually arguable. Because this is a heavier mech. Alright. Well, let's take a look at our mech warriors and decide what we want to do there. So, as far as Revere goes, it'd probably go towards Gunnery Skill. Scarecrow doesn't have enough experience to increase anything, so... Yeah, I think that's going to be it, really. Oh, wait, Gnarly. I haven't done Gnarly. Oh, yeah, Gnarly can't afford anything either. So, it's really down to deciding on whether we want to use Scarecrow or Revere. I forget what difficulty mission we're going into. Let's just go ahead and give him his gunnery skill. Oh, actually, wait. Guts. No, I think gunnery skill is going to be more important. I mean, what I'm trying to do, though, is I'm trying to get him up to that overheat threshold. A little increase there, because these mechs sometimes do deal with heat issues. Also, getting piloting has its advantage as well. I mean, really, he could do with any of these skills would help him. As a matter of fact, I'd like the max evasion out of all of these. I think that's the one he gets the most use out of. So let's go ahead and give him that. And Scarecrow can't afford anything, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, well, that's more or less us ready to go, so I figure we might as well do the mission. There's no reason to really take a look at the contracts at this planet at this moment, because we can't do any of them anyway, so... Really, it comes down to, do we want to wait 2 days for the Thunderbolt? And I think, no, we can do alright without the Thunderbolt, so let's go ahead and launch our contract. Okay, so it is a 3-skull mission. So in this case, I definitely think we're going to use Revere. I'm going to take the Firestart out of this and remove both of those. All right, so Trebuchet as a support mech. We don't want Toxic, we want Gnarly. Okay. So Griffin is going to be in the hands of Revere. Then we're going to have the Shadowhawk, my pilot's hands, and then it's going to be the Vindicator. Going to be the other mech that we use. Okay, that's going to be our loadout. This is not necessarily ideal for a 3-skull mission, but as you can see, a lot of our mechs are currently under repairs. Now, depending on how we do in this mission, if we need more repairs, obviously we're going to wait until the Thunderbolt's ready, because it's only 2 days away. If we take any pilot injuries, we could probably do without really moving too much in time, because we've got Toxic, we've got Scarecrow. I guess if my pilot got injured, it'd be the biggest problem. But alright, in any case, let's deploy. Alright, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Your target is a Capellan research facility. You'll be recovering Canopian operatives carrying biological sample cases. You're ready for extraction when your units reach the facility. Pick them up and get them to the evac point. Best of luck, Commander.
Good to go, Commander.
Okay. I missed where the secondary facility is. Ah, it's right there. Alright. I guess we're alright if we just move you into the woods. Maybe a little too aggressive of a move. We'll keep the Vindicator with the Trebuchet.
Roger that.
Okay. I'm going to start moving my pilot up towards the secondary objective. See if we can collect that. The terrain is kind of such that we're not moving a whole lot. So I kind of wonder, I might be able to get about the same kind of distance with jump jets. Yeah, I guess we can cluster all up here. Not going to get a lot of data on any enemies that may be out there, but at least we're moving up. Okay. Kind of don't like moving my support mech in this situation first, because I don't want to face check the enemy. So let's move to Revere. We'll probably jump here, because again, my own mechs are probably blocking some of it, but the terrain is such that we get farther with the jump jets.
Engaging jump jets.
And if nothing shows up, then we know we're safe to move the Trebuchet up, so we'll go ahead and do so.
Position confirmed.
And as we discussed, jump jets are probably going to get us a little further, so we'll jump on up into cover here.
Lifting off.
And then you are going to jump. Again, we're going towards the secondary objective. At least that's the goal. I guess that's a good jump there.
Engaging jump jets.
And so far, no real opposition. But I say that just as they arrive. Okay, so we've got a mech here. And honestly, that's the only thing I see on my scope. It appears to be at phase 2, so possibly a heavy mech. I mean, it's definitely a mech. We don't know any data about it beyond that. Well, might as well reserve. See what we get. We've got some kind of medium contact. There may be... I'm not sure there would be turrets in a recovery mission, but we should at least be safe. Okay. We have another... A medium mech has shown up. Not sure if the enemy is all together or if they're a little spread out. Might as well reserve again. Now, if there is anything on the assault level, we will not know it because we cannot reserve further than we already have. I do have suspicions that there may be more than just one heavy contact because that seemed like it took a little while. Okay, we've got a 60-ton mech. There's possibilities, maybe a dragon. Let's see if we can get eyes on it. Select Revere here. Okay, Revere can get direct eyes. And we know we'll have the initiative advantage, so I don't see a reason why not. Just trying to see what would be the best movement for me. Looks like I'm going to have an obstructed vision regardless of how I move. But let's get nice evasion built up here, and I'm also going to jump. We're in a polar climate, so we should be able to deal with heat a little bit more efficiently to be more aggressive. Okay. So it's a quick draw. All right. Okay, it's a quick draw that gets rid of the LRM-10. I believe normal quick draws have an LRM-10. So the good thing about quick draws is they do not have a ton of armor. I'm not sure what the best call here is. Do the sensor lock and get rid of that evasion? I mean, we don't have a good targeting solution here. Only 45%. We could fire the 2 medium lasers and save the SRMs if we really want to, but I think we take the sensor lock in this case. Alternatively, we sensor lock this guy as well. You know what? Let's do that. Because I want to see what this is.
Got a lock.
It's a cicada. I assume that it may be one, but... it is the one with the PPC, so the sensor lock may be a good idea there. Oh. Oh, come on. With that much evasion, you hit me. Alright, so they do have some heavy vehicles here. I wasn't sure if there would be anything in the assault scale. We also have what appears to be a medium vehicle. Okay. So we've got a number of options here of what we may want to do. I don't know if there's going to be more of those. The one thing that we can do is kind of for safety's sake. It'd be interesting if I could move into the woods and get... Maybe not a wise thing to do, but... we could get a multi-target. I don't think I'm going to go after the cicada. I think we go after the Shrek PPC in this case.
Heading out.
Alright, multi-target. You're going to be A, you're going to be B, and B is going to be the LRM-15s. We'll just do as much damage to Shrek PPC as we can, and we'll burn down the evasion of our quick draw. Alright, let's give it a go.
Splitting fire.
Yeah, at this moment, all that damage reduction, too, is another reason why not to put too much firepower on that quick draw. Alright.
Commander?
Now, Gnarly may have a hard time getting in range of anything. If we jump, it may be a little better. Or not better at all. Yeah. Like that large laser, maybe the only thing we're getting in range. What would a normal move get us? Okay, not that far at all. Alright, well, I'll get as close as I possibly can. We'll go ahead and fire at the Shrek PPC. I don't know if we'll get a kill on it, but
Copy that.
might as well do some damage. Hey, fire away.
Affirmative.
We'll have plenty of opportunity to kill it in the next turn, so not a huge deal here. Question is, what kind of attack can I set up here? I can get into nice cover here. I can see 2 targets. I may just go after the quick draw in this case. We get our objective as well, looks like anyway. I'm not sure if we'll get vision on any of the other enemy. Guess we'll find out. I mean, I don't see anything on the sensors. Ah, there's something on the sensors. Okay, and we know there's another vehicle. Okay, 2 35-ton vehicles. Okay. Yeah, this is the obvious attack here, because it's such a great chance to hit. And we focus in on one side. Still has a lot of damage reduction, so that's a little bit of an issue, but still good damage.
Secondary asset has been secured.
Alright, so we're back around.
Ready for orders.
Alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pivot a little bit. You know what? I prefer to jump. Not really getting good angles here. What I could do, although I don't know if I want to do that, I think we should be somewhat aggressive here. I just kind of want to knock out the Shrek PPC, and I'm just not getting the angle that I want. I don't want to be out in the open and take full damage, so crap. This is where the hit and run ability really does have usefulness. I could use vigilance. I mean, I do have... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this jump. I'm going to use vigilance to give myself defense. Ah, that's a waste of vigilance. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do this jump then. They're not going to be able to see me, so I guess that's a thing. And we can take it somewhat of advantage. Then we'll fire away here. Could do precision strike. I kind of have faith this will just kill him, though. Yeah, we'll just fire.
And see how you like this.
That looks good. Yep, okay. Strike by PPC carrier is done.
You shouldn't have come here.
Hey. Yeah, I was afraid of that. We had good damage reduction, but I was afraid they'd target. Well, a cicada... I think what we should do here is we should allow the medium stuff to play out. So I'm going to go ahead and back up as much as I can. We'll hit... kind of don't want to do that move just yet. Let's have an early move. That's an actual real obvious move. I'm kind of hesitant to go because it's like these are things that are going to happen Oh, these count as heavy vehicles? Okay, so they're not going to go until the... Okay. So in that case, the trebuchet we should move then. Alright. I was kind of waiting to see if we could get more targets before I did that. So I could get a more efficient split shot here, because... Oh, that's right, I don't have breaching shot. I was trying to set up the breaching shot, but I haven't acquired it yet, so... let's just hit the quick draw with everything then.
Roger that.
Okay, so they've got more medium mechs than I... Oh, look at that. Game's really been liking these Cicada 3Cs lately. Alright. Oh.
Aye, aye.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump forward here. Have the Vindicator draw a little bit of fire, where it's nice and well protected. And we'll hit the quick draw here pretty hard. Still don't think it's time for the...
Copy that.
So I can get a rear shot on the quick draw if I play my cards right. Oh, we have a crab. Because what I'm thinking, we get in behind the quick draw, we get it with a rear strike. We use vigilance to protect ourselves. And knock ourselves up in initiative so we don't have to worry so much about these guys coming in and get a rear shot on me. Yeah, so right there I could get a rear shot. And then I give myself vigilance. I can do a full salvo into his rear, do full damage. As long as I play my cards right. I mean, I don't know if it'll take out a quick draw, but I've really been a fan of doing these flanking attacks, and I think the vigilance will give me exactly what I'm looking for, so... how else do we want to set this up? Yeah, we can only get a couple of these guys. Let's do this move. I'm going to use vigilance as soon as I land. And then if I get the precision strike, I may use it. But if I use it, I don't think it's really going to do me much good. I already got 95% chance across the board. We could sling our medium laser at the Cicada just to burn down its evasion, but I really honestly think we need to do maximum damage here. So let's just go ahead and lay into this guy, give him a good salvo, and then next turn we'll be at higher initiative values so that we can hit the enemy and then retreat. We're also nice and protected right now, so that's good too. I don't know if this is going to really take out a quick draw. I mean, we do a lot of damage, but that was entirely fresh armor, so... Oh wow, another medium mech here. Okay, the quick draw is going to pull forward. Gonna go after the trebuchet. Interesting. Thankfully, we have good damage reduction.
Light damage, Commander.
We'll have to see if we have another rear shot. I don't think we're going to get one. Okay, strikers. I kind of forgot.
The secondary asset is under fire, Commander.
I'll be quiet. I've got plenty of evasion. And we've got good damage reduction as well, so not too worried about that.
Show 'em what you've got.
Okay, so Revere and my character. Now my character really needs to go now, because otherwise this crab will get in behind me, and we cannot afford that, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and go for an attack here, and then we're going to go for a retreat. So probably retreat up on top of the hill. We still have good chances to hit here, so we'll go ahead and hit the Cicada. It's out in the open. It'll take full damage on anything that hits it. Looks like we can get away with the damage. We'll have to make sure when we jump jet away that we can actually take that kind of stuff, but let's go ahead and fire away here.
Engaging target.
Okay, good damage. Now let's see how far we can jump away without overheating. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have a hard time doing that. Oof. Like, I can barely jump jet at all. Do we take the heat damage? We cannot afford it, because I could get an ammo explosion. Oh boy. I really can't get away very much at all. Yeah, this is one of those things where I really wish the game let you know. These kind of things. I'm going to try what I'm trying to do here anyway, is to put myself in a position where they can't get my back. And I'm hoping I'm doing this correctly. I have a feeling that cicada is going to get my back no matter what I do. It probably already has my back. We're gonna eat a lot of damage here. I think we use vigilance just to be on the safe side. Another thing, we could probably just move into the position I'm gonna try and take. We'll get less evasion if we do that. I guess another alternative is we come over here and we put my back to the wall. I still think they're gonna get in behind me no matter what I do, so... let's go for that. I was hoping that I'd be able to jump on top of that cliff, but clearly not going to work. It's a little further than I thought it was going to be. Now, as far as Revere goes, I don't really necessarily have a strong attack with him. Well, I say that. The quick draw is really open for an attack, but I have two other mechs that can do that damage. We could go after the Striker, but there's no need to do that now.
Yes, Commander.
Especially as I'd leave myself possibly vulnerable to do it. You know what? We want to draw some fire here. If they go after the Griffin instead of the Shadowhawk, that serves my purpose. So I'm going to come in here. We're going to try and clip the Striker here if we can. Hey, full fire. I have faith that this will kill. There we go.
I have become death.
We're not doing too bad here. Okay, they're going after the Trebuchet, so that tells me something about what we need to do here. We're going to continue to back off. I say that, but I kind of want my medium lasers to fire here. So what I'm thinking, we go after the Cicada, who's just sitting there with the LRMs, and then we hit the quick draw with our lasers. I think that's the solution.
I copy.
And we get a little further back, and we get a little bit of evasion up, so that's good too. So multi-target, you're going to be A, you're going to be B, B's going to be the LRMs. Okay, fire away.
Engaging multiple.
This is not going to be heavy damage on the quick draw, but it will do a little bit more damage than already damaged mech. And then we'll make the Cicada eat some damage here. Then it will be Gnarly's job to get in there and do a lot of damage to that quick draw.
They've got a lock.
Alright, since they're locking me, I guess they really want that Trebuchet.
Yes, Commander.
I could go in and punch him. Or I could just go in and lay into him at close range. I mean, that's an option as well. Honestly, we only do 55 damage. So, let's move in here. And I'm just going to hit this guy with everything close range. That should do a lot of damage. We could also precision strike him to try and do more accurate fire, although we probably don't need it. At this range, yeah, we've got pretty good chances to hit here. The only thing that I could use it for is just to focus my fire to try and take out some of these weapons. But at the same time, unfocused fire is actually going to do us some good. Because we want to take these arms out if we can. So, well, let's go for it. Okay, that was unfortunately...
Scored a critical hit.
I mean, we got an arm off. I guess that works. Could have been better. Hey, where's the crab going to go?
They've got a sensor lock.
Okay, it's going to sensor lock me as well. Then they have a Shadowhawk. Okay, and then the quick draw is just going to ignore me and go after the trebuchet. Because I really want to eat that. I mean, that makes sense. As a matter of fact, they just did... Well, that sucks.
Shot got past my armor.
I was kind of hoping to do more damage to that quick draw than we ended up doing. Okay, and they're dead set on going after Shadowhawk. Interesting. Well, the crab just gave me its back, so that's a thing.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
Alright, well, this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.